Hi guys, hope you're doing well today. I'm about to put some finishing touches onto this painting that I've been working on for the last few weeks. I have, to be honest, shared far too much of it than I would normally. I don't usually like to share paintings that I'm in the middle of while I'm doing them because that like ego part of my insecurity is like, well, if you cock it up, you're going to look a right tit because you've already shown everybody. So yeah, I'm not perfect, but I have been enjoying this one, to be honest, and so it has been, shown before it's actually ready to be seen. Um, but yeah, today the aim of the game is to make this one pop, and hopefully I'll be able to do that, and I won't cock it up, and you will see it again. But I basically thought I'd just have a quick ramble about keyholes and locks because that is a perfectly normal conversation to have. I'm sure that locks and keyholes are discussed worldwide and throughout the country. So and if they're not, then I'm here to do that, so lucky you. But yeah, people have been mentioning the keyholes in my paintings that they've seen, and they obviously feel like drawn to them, and that they have some kind of meaning to them, which is really lovely to hear actually. So I'm quite pleased about that. And keyholes and locks are very symbolic. I mean, they have been wanting to come through in my work for a long time. I did focus more on the keys, but I have come to realise that the locks are actually equally as important. We are both. We are the key to unlocking what we want and where we want to be in life, our true selves, but we also are the lock because the lock is in here. And it's usually, I feel from my own experience, where you tend to keep everything safe, all those things that have hurt you, all the feelings that you don't want to show, the experiences that may have traumatized you in some way, your feelings, hopes and desires, your authentic self. You keep it all locked in here, sometimes in a world that doesn't feel safe to show that or share it. And that's why I feel it's so important to feel like you can unlock yourself and get it all out, look at it, process it, because I really do feel it's the way to your fulfillment and happiness. If you keep everything locked in and sort of show up as you feel you're expected to by everything outside of you, and it doesn't feel right, then I don't feel like it leads you to a good place. So that's what I kind of like to drive home, the message of, be your authentic self, unlock who you really are, don't be afraid to show it, because ultimately the world needs you as you are, not a version that somebody else has kind of molded you into. So yeah, that's really the important of the locks, really. It's just to symbolize that in order to get to the life that you want, which is just to be happy, fulfilled, and doing what you really feel your purpose is, what you should be doing and what you want and love doing, you have to unlock all that stuff, and bring it to the surface so that you can see it. And as I say, you're both the key to doing that, and you're also the lock. Only you can do it. I mean, I realised in my life that no one's coming to save me. All the things that I was upset by and couldn't work out why these things were happening, I'd always like try and look outside and blame something else or someone else, or oh god, this is happening to me again, all that sort of stuff. But then I sort of realised when I started to kind of unlock some of these feelings and bring them out and shine a bit of a light on them, process them, that perhaps maybe I could have shown up in a different way, and the way that I showed up had an effect on how things played out. And it isn't a comfortable thing to do, to look at yourself and do that. In fact, it's very uncomfortable. And not everything that happens in life is your fault, but we all play a part in the play, don't we? So in that is where the learning is, and you learn not to do that way again, and maybe try a different way, and then things will maybe go a bit better. But yeah, there's so much I could say about these locks. I mean, we haven't got all night. You've got better things to do than sit and listen to me ramble, if you're still here, that is. And if you are, well done, thanks. But yeah, I just really feel like the locks are really symbolic. And how I feel about locks and what I want to say about them, and I'm really happy to share with you. That's just my take on it, and it doesn't really matter what I think. When you look at the painting, and you look at the locks and you look at the keys, ultimately it's what it feels like, what it stirs in you and what you feel, and perhaps what it leads you to start, you know, thinking about. And that's kind of where I hope that it will do some good for whoever looks at the painting, you know, start leading them into ways where they can sort of positively, you know, take steps for their own happiness and their own good. So yeah, I'll leave it there, because I really do feel like I'm really talking a load of old bollocks now, and I'm definitely going to lose you if I carry on. So, but I have so much to say about locks, and I will probably talk more about them as the time goes on. But I just thought it was nice to give you a little bit of insight into why I feel like I want to share painting locks and keys, and, you know, if it made any sense. I have no idea if any of that made any sense, but anyway, I'm gonna go now. I want to get this finished before it gets dark, and I would like to stop talking before I lose you. So yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you got something out of it, and yeah, I'll be back with more pearls of wisdom soon.